Hey guys, it's Dave, and welcome to our Super Bowl Party cocktail mixer extravaganza. I have to tell you, one of my favorite events when we were pre-COVID was our bartending classes at the World Bar. I mean, who doesn't like to get behind the bar and learn how to mix drinks? And the best part about it was we actually got to drink mixed when we were at our bartending class. Now, I'm the teacher. People go, "Hey, Dave, what gives you the right to give us a bartending class?" Well, Ithaca College, a one-credit course back in 1982. 4 weeks of studying to make the most amazing drinks in the world: martinis, Cosmos, Manhattan, Gibsons, all this fancy schmancy stuff. The drinking age was 18 back in those days. And what happened? I went and I got a job at a bar downtown Ithaca, New York called The Dugout. And all I did was serve beer and shots of kamikazes. But I kept my love of bartending going after I graduated from college. I worked at a very short time at a place called OBI South. And then, of course, I got my career in radio and left the bartending business. But it was always a passion, and I always taught bartending classes. And today we have a special bartending class just for you. And this is Super Bowl drinks. So these are drinks. Hopefully, I'm going to send out the recipes so that you guys can have them ahead of time, and that you can learn how to make these drinks and have them during our party during the game, or whatever you're just having a bunch of friends over or being alone in your apartment like most of us are on Zoom or Spatial Chat. You are going to enjoy some of these cocktails. All right, so let's get to the very first one. The very first one is a little bit involved, and it needs a little bit of soaking time. So it is beer sangria. That's right, beer sangria. So we are going to make our beer sangria in this little decanter here. And basically, what we'll do is we're going to take 1 cup of white grape juice, and we are going to pour this into the decanter. I have to tell you, I've actually never had beer sangria. This will be the first time I've ever tasting this recipe. So if it stinks, then you guys can let me know, and you get your money back from taking this class. So 1 cup of white grape juice. We're going to use a half a cup of vodka. Love Tito's, by the way. And by the way, let's just talk a little bit about vodka. So Tito's, up where I live, this bottle costs you $22. In the city, I'm sure it probably costs about $28 maybe because of the tax. However, this vodka is amazing. Distilled 1,000,000 times. And the difference between this vodka, right, $22 for this bottle, the same size bottle of Grey Goose or Absolute or Stolchenaya would probably cost you more like $40. And realistically, after you have a couple of drinks, you're not going to taste the difference. We used to do a taste test all the time with vodkas. We used to do a house vodka like Smirnoff against a vodka like Grey Goose. So when you're talking about a vodka that's $40 a bottle of vodka that's $20 a bottle, more than half of the time, people couldn't tell the difference. And realistically, if you're mixing it with soda or anything else, you're not going to taste the difference anyway. So save yourself some money. Unless you have a drinking problem and you're drinking more than 5 vodkas a night, then, you might want to stick to the top shelf stuff because you'll have less of a headache. So anyhow, now, next, we're going to put in all of our fruit. So we have apples, chopped up some apples. Doesn't matter what kind of apples you use. This is just going to give it some flavor. We got some grapes. We've got some oranges, some orange slices that we're going to stuff in there. And that is going to give it some really good flavor. And then we're going to put in a bottle of ginger beer. Wheat beer. Oh, I'm sorry. Wheat beer. Oh, gosh. What am I talking about? Hang on 1 second. I forgot the wheat beer. Thought I had everything all settled here. So here we go. Put in a nice bottle of wheat beer. And then we're going to let this just kind of settle for a little while we learn to make other drinks, and then we'll let all those flavors soak up and taste it a little bit later on. So we're going to put that over here. Now, our next drink. This is a great one, especially if you're going to be out all night. And that would be our Gatorade margarita. Now, what you want to do is you want to get a plate and you want to put some salt and some sugar on your plate. This is going to be for when we're going to rim the glass. All right, we get our glass. We're going to mix our Gatorade margarita in our trusty mixer glass here. Doesn't matter how much ice you put in the mixer glass, because this is just to get it cold. All right, so what we need to do is put in our tequila. So we're going to put in 1 ounce of tequila. I have to say, just between you and me, Gatorade is my go-to get rid of a hangover thing. So if I'm ever out at a New York Social Network event and we've had a couple too many to drink, when I get home, I have a little Gatorade, and the next morning I am just feeling wonderful. So we got our tequila. This is a really, really easy drink to make. We're going to put in some lime juice. You can put in limeade if you want, but I'm going to use lime juice. So 1 ounce of lime juice. And then we are going to do 4 ounces of the Gatorade. So my mixer, this is my measuring cup. So one side is 1 ounce, one side is 2 ounces. So we're going to do 2 ounces and 2 ounces. And then we are going to put some ice into our, well, actually, first of all, we need to rim our glass. So get a lime, and then you're going to cut the lime open, and you'll take the lime and you'll run it around. This is, they call rimming it. You'll rim it around the top of the glass, and then what you're going to do is you're going to dip it in that sugar and salt mixture that you have. And basically what this is going to do is give you a really nice coating around the top of the glass, so that when you drink it, you're actually going to taste those flavors. Now, I'm going to put in the ice also in my glass. You can have this straight up if you want. I prefer to have this on the rocks. And put the top on. Shake it up. And we have our strainer. And we'll pour it in. And here is our Gatorade margarita. It kind of reminds me of the time we took the New York Social Network down to Cancun, and we were drinking vodka and Red Bulls. You know what? I got to tell you, this is pretty good. I like it. Okay. Gatorade margarita. Got to recommend that one. Now, this is more of a traditional drink. This is dark and stormy. So the dark and stormy, very simple to make. We're going to fill our glass with ice. With this particular one, we want to fill our glass all the way to the top. Usually with ice. Usually when you're making drinks, you always want to make sure that you fill your glass to the top, because what that does is it cuts down on the amount of mixer that you actually put into the glass, so that you can taste the alcohol better. So I'm going to fill that up all the way to the top. We're going to put in 2 ounces of, I'm going to put in Captain Morgan's spiced rum, my favorite rum. Oh, yeah. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Okay. By the way, I hope you guys are having fun at the Super Bowl party today. If you have any questions about events for New York Social Network, I am the founder, in case you didn't know yet. I'm the guy that sends you all the emails. And I am always available to chat with you about stuff that you might be interested in, what's the age ranges, what's the gender balances and things like that, so that when you come out, you actually know what you're getting yourself into, and you have a great time when you come out. Lime juice again for the dark and stormy. That is only a half an ounce. And we put that in. Beautiful. And then what we're going to do is we're going to fill this to the top with the ginger beer. Here's the ginger beer. All right. So the dark part would be the Captain Morgan, and the stormy would be the ginger beer. And then with this one, we'll just take a lime wedge, crack it open on the side here, and put it on the side, and then serve it up. Ooh, that's good. The Captain Morgan's is awesome. A great flavored liqueur. Stay tuned for New York Social Network events. We actually have several different versions of our bartending class that I do live on Zoom. We have right now our winter warm drinks, which are drinks that are all hot, like a hot toddy and a hot buttered rum. We'll have some new drinks for the spring and summer. And then, of course, in the holidays, we have the holiday drink class. And then we'll come up with some other ideas along the way. So let's see how our beer sangria tastes. Get a couple of those fruits in there as it pours out. Not bad. You know what? Cool. A cool drink to have while you're watching a football game would go great with a plate of buffalo wings. I like it. So we have beer sangria, Gatorade margarita, dark and stormy. You can look up the recipes for all of those online, or you can reach out to me. Just go to NewYorkSocialNetwork.com, and my email and my phone number's on there. I'd be happy to help. Now, it wouldn't be a bartending class if I didn't do my trick. So, ladies and gentlemen, don't try this at home. But when you're a bartender, you need to come up with a little gimmick to get people to keep coming back to your bar. So, this is 151. This is rum. They actually don't make it anymore with Bacardi. And I am going to attempt to burn down my house. And you don't want to use too much of this, actually, because I was brought onto the David Letterman show one time to try and do this for one of those segments that they did. And I had to practice it so many times. I swallowed so much that I was pretty wasted by the time the show actually came on. And they ran out of time. At least they say that, so I never got a chance to do it. All right, here we go. Set your hand on fire. So there you go. There's the bartending class. I hope you guys have a lot of fun tonight. Again, if you have any questions about events for NewYorkSocialNetwork.com, reach out to me. We appreciate your support. Being a social networking group, holy moly. During a pandemic is definitely a challenge, but we have the greatest members in the world, and I got to say, I love you all, and thank you very much for coming and enjoy the party tonight.